You said this cemetery would be loads of fun, and now it's obvious you were talking bollocks.
Perhaps you'd like it back with Mum. Anyway, how was I to know a cemetery would have no ghosts in it?
You know what we need? The book.
Sam, that's brilliant. The book. Go get it.
I'm not getting it. Trundle all the way back there, just to have to face her? I'd rather die. Again.
I wish you would. Again. Well, I'm not getting it. Have Livy here get it.
Who? Oh, right. What about it? We'd really be ever so grateful.
This is no ordinary book. It's the Normanomicon. It can summon the dead.
Well, that makes it sound so insidious. We don't want to do anything diabolical with the dead. We just want someone to have a chat with.
I can't believe you. Why couldn't you have thought of the book before we left?
Yeah, well, at least I thought of something, which is more than you've done.
I had the idea to come here in the first place.
Yeah, and look how well that's worked out.
Yeah, you said that already. So unless you have something interesting to say, which I doubt, why don't you shut up?
Shouting so much! He's going to think we're evil ghosts, and we're not!
Well, what good does it do to say that? If we were evil ghosts, we wouldn't admit it anyway, so that we could more easily do our evil.
Look, you might not want to stand there and listen to all this. We'll probably just be saying the same thing over and over again.
Ah! Genius! Problem solved.
Now, the thing is, the book is in Millfields.
Our mum's got it. She always said she'd take it to her grave.
Which she did.
You'll have that book over my dead body, she used to say.
Which was eerily prescient.
So all you have to do is dig it up.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Griffith Smith, and I'm the president of the Albion Historical Restoration Society. Before you once stood a bridge to the site of the old gypsy camp where our late monarch was raised many years ago. Alas, the bridge has fallen into disrepair, and this historical site of interest will soon be forgotten. Perhaps I can persuade you to make a donation to keep this place of such historical significance alive. Another victory for the Albion Historical Restoration Society. Come back later on once the bridge has been built.
Hurrah! A body! How awful! Who killed them?
Spending all the years of your young life on a small farm in a backwater county has made you restless. Who knows what flight of fancy or idle daydream first sparked your desire for adventure? But once ignited, the flames of wanderlust could not be extinguished, not even by the water of looking at things in more realistic terms, and perhaps considering a career in excavation. Your parents tried to reason with you, but the protests of the old ring hollow in the ears of a strong-willed young farm boy or girl like you. And so now you stand at a crossroads. It's a nice one, with newly painted signs and a bench. If you want to head east towards the ominous ruin, turn to page 2. To go west towards the ancient forest, turn to page 4. To head north towards the snow-covered mountains, turn to page 156. If you want to go south, which is back home, read this page again.
with no trouble at all. Perhaps you should keep that book. With your skills, it will be safer with you than in my grave. And it's a bit uncomfortable, frankly. Well, I suppose I'll get back in then. If you see my sons, tell them they'd better be back here by supper if they know what's good for them.
Woo-hoo!
What should we do?
Be bold. We'll just open to a random page and do whatever it says.
What if the page we open to is just the continuation of the previous page?
All right, if that happens, we'll flip back until we find the beginning of the section, but we'll do it boldly. Did you find the book in Mum's grave?
Which was early, and which we drove her to.
We've got it! Now, let's see what's in here. Ghost pantry. Must be where the snacks are kept. Ghost pants. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, maybe a bit too interesting, at least to start with. What else?
Ghost party. Brilliant.
Right, let's have that then.
Now then. Necrus, Risius, Corduroy.
If I may say so, sir, you have succeeded most admirably in gaining a large measure of popular support among the locals.
This is fantastic.
I believe this
Thank
would
you.
be a good time to return to that rather dreary hole that your new rebel acquaintances like to call home.
I reckon this is the wildest party I've ever been to. Although you could count the parties I've been to on one hand, and that hand would have 4 of its fingers cut off. So, what did you die of then, love?
I can't remember the last time I enjoyed myself so much. I wish we'd thought of that book sooner and died younger. Yeah, let's party! Ribbit-ille!
Mind the flames. They're quite hot, you know. Excellent for... cooking? Anyway, hello, I'm Leslie, and I'm an... actually, that doesn't matter for now. What I really want to talk about are those layabouts you've probably seen hanging around here, along with their flower-loving, goody two-shoes leader, Reese. They get right up my nose, they do. I mean, it's all peace and love and that. Sickening. Nobody knows how to be evil anymore. Time we taught them a lesson, I say. Remind them of the power of the dark side. Bring back some of the old ways. I was thinking you should kill this Reese. Is that too harsh? No, let's have you do that. And then I'll let you in on the secret that lies behind these fires. But only those with true evil in their hearts can pass beyond the flames. That could be you. If you can prove your evilness by killing that Reese fellow. Oh, brilliant. Well, have fun slaughtering that lazy do-gooder. Just hurry back once it's done.
The universe is beautiful, man. Beautiful. So full of peace and love. It's just all so beautiful. So beautiful. Peace and love, peace and love. That's the answer to everything, man. Oh.
Wait. Forgive me. Wait. I'm sorry. No. Stop. I'm sorry.
What sort of chump do you take me for?
You actually did it. Wow. You're quite the wicked one, aren't you? Well, beyond here lies an ancient temple of evil. I'm working out how to get in there at the moment. Shouldn't take me too long. Come back soon. Thanks for the murder.
Fancy a delivery job? I've got a letter that simply must reach Brightwall as soon as possible. I cannot stress how imperative it is that this vital communication reaches its recipient post-haste. This is the final letter in what has been my life's work. I've sent post to every single person in Albion except for Zachary. And this one's for him. So, will you take it for me? Excellent!
No finer goods in all of Brightwall.
Best establishment in Brightwall. If you love gnomes, you'll love. Have a look at what I've got. You have not seen anything like it.
Wow, a letter for me? I wonder what it says. Dear Zachary, you are an ugly, incompetent buffoon and nobody likes you. Yours sincerely, Arthur. Oh, how rude.
Look at the money bags on this one. We're gonna... Look at the money bags.
An outsider?
Terrible. Ever since Reaver forced us out of our camp in Millfields, my people have been wandering the coast looking for a home. Those islands over there look like the perfect place for us to settle and live our lives in peace. But they're full of hobs. Somebody should go in there and massacre them. Then we can live our lives in peace.
I can't believe
Wonderful. Let us know when you've got rid of them all. The islands are just there. I reckon you'll have to swim, unless you have a boat on you.
Reaver is allowed to run this town. He's a monster.
You've done it! Now, if we turn our caravans upside down, they should float, right? Yes, I'm sure that will be fine.
All right there. Don't worry. You're more than welcome here. It's not a trap. We ain't mad at you for defeating Saker or nothing. In fact, you did us a big favour. Me and the boys decided that instead of waylaying travellers, which was just as hard on us as them, we could provide a place for them to hang out, you know, maybe do a bit of shopping. Have a look. Eh? Eh? We've got all the facilities for your outdoor recreation needs. Bungalows for rent, aren't they pretty? With washing and cooking space. Well-stocked stalls with friendly vendors and low, low prices. Well, we'll start with what I call introductory offers. Once we've got them hooked, then we can ramp things up. A beer garden with no dress code and dogs allowed. The shooting range, my idea. Thought it was going to be loads of fun watching folk plugging paper targets and that. You know, the roar of gunfire, the smell of cordite. Young lads winning exciting prizes for their ladies. Anyway, look around at your leisure and don't be afraid to spend some cash.
To fight a real man. You are really pissing me off.
Which works out because most people who blunder over here barely know which end the bullet comes out of. Welcome to Limmy's shooting range, the game everyone's talking about. Mostly me. Advertising, very important, you know. Go on, have a punt. Fancy yourself as a gunslinger, do you? All right, here's the rules. Shoot everything. Do it fast. Think you can remember all that? Oh, and headshots score more. And the better the score, the better the prize. Good luck for what it's worth, which is nothing. Ready? Go! Wow, that's some amazing shooting. Cracking shot. Well, it's not in the rule book, but you've hit a crow. Woo! Headshot! That one was a tricky blighter. Bam! Ooh, good hit. You handle that gun like poetry. Cracking shot. Nailed that one. Oh, yes, you did. Wow. You been drinking? If not, you might try it. Couldn't hurt. Not everyone's a dead. In fact, no one is round here. Not everyone's a dead eye. In fact, no one is round here. Might want to aim on it. Yep. Oh, right between the eyes. That was beautiful. You handle that gun like poetry. Plug that one. Yeah. You, sir, have got a good eye. Hey, nice shot. Don't take your eye off the, oh, whatever. You been drinking? If not, you might try it. Not everyone's a dead end. In fact, no one is round here. Oh, right between the eyes. That was good. I did hit them. Just saying. Wow, that's some amazing shooting. don't take your eye off the... oh, whatever. Bam! Ooh, good hit. Plug that one. Yeah! Take that, you tyrant. The prize you won is nothing to write home about, but I've got to say, you did better than most.
I think it's time I got out before it's too late.
I see all kinds here, and by all kinds, I mean people who couldn't hit a barn door. Or the barn. You want to try to win something, or don't you? Win yourself something nice at the shooting range. Go on, try your hand. Hell.
Hello again! You delivered that package from my cousin, didn't you? Well, it turned out to be a rather ancient artifact, a key to a secret door in this very academy. Most exciting. I was all ready to open it and investigate, but Samuel, my boss, said it might be dangerous. He suggested I find a capable escort. You certainly look right for the job. Will you come with me? It could be the greatest discovery of the century. You will? Brilliant! Let's go then, shall we? Knowing my luck, all we'll find is a list of goods traded to some long-dead merchant 1,000 years ago. Still, that could be interesting in itself. What did they trade in those days? Who knows? What's that? Aren't you dying to find out what's behind that hidden door? We might find new tomes of arcane lore, or a book on ancient science that will enable us to build a flying machine or something. Though that is unlikely, I have to admit. I really hope this turns out better than the last expedition I went on. I got a nettle rash. What's that? Most interesting. Strange wonders and curious artifacts may be found behind this mysterious door. I really hope this turns out better than the last expedition I went on. I got a nettle rash. Wow, look at this place! It's stacked with rare books and ancient tomes. It's like a librarian's paradise. Thank you so much for getting me here safely, but you can go now. I'm going to stay here for a while, read and catalogue everything. It's going to be thoroughly marvelous.
Carl Tenancy was hunting with a friend when tragedy struck. Attempting to climb over a mossy log, Carl slipped and his rifle fired, the bullet striking his friend squarely in the chest. It was almost certainly an accident, but still, he did kill him. So I'm well within my rights to include it here. I guess, given the banality of the circumstances, he wasn't really famous. But when this book comes out, he bloody well will be there.
We're low on stock,
He
so
gave
I'll
me
give
quite
you a
a
bit
scare
extra
there.
for certain items. A gift for that someone special.
I like that. I mean, if there's nothing in the world, if you can find better prices anywhere, nothing, zero, total and complete emptiness.
Any chance of some help? I could make it worth your while. I'm terrifically wealthy, you see. At least I was. Until I lost it all on a game of dice yesterday. Now the debt collectors are out to get me. Not just any kind of debt collector either, but the kind that always collects something, no matter what it is. Like a head, for instance. Anyway, I've heard that there's a new settlement nobody really knows about yet. I should be fairly safe there. If you'll take me there, I'll share what's left of my fortune with you. You'll take me? Wonderful! I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Oh, have I told you about my gambling technique? Guaranteed to win! Well, not guaranteed. In fact, statistically no different from random, but that's not the point, really, is it? It's just great to be moving on to pastures new, somewhere where the locals don't know who I am, if you know what I mean.
There he is! Trying to get him! Let's put him down!
I love gambling. It's just so, exciting. Losing everything you've ever worked for on the roll of a dice. Who could say no to that?
There he is, trying to get away. Let's put it down.
That's it. Just stand there while I shoot.
Hey, it's not nice to play with guns.
Kill the...
Going before someone finds me. Fancy a game of cards? Maybe I can win all that money I owe. No? Probably just as well. Wouldn't want to. I love gambling. It's just so, exciting. Losing everything you've ever worked for on the roll of a dice.
We're gonna dunk your head in your own
Let's
blood.
put him down.
I never cheat at cards, you know. Of course not. Never. Well, hardly ever. Just sometimes. A bit, when I think I can get away with it. We've made it! Oh, thank you, thank you. Here's some gold for your trouble. Maybe I'll invest the rest of my money in this new place. Perhaps I'll build a casino.
Welcome to the Sanctuary.